Well, good morning or good afternoon, or based on where you're at in the world, or maybe good evening in some of you, those who are in London and places like that, who are tuning in, going to be tuning in. Welcome to Doc Rock Leadership Talk. We'll give everybody just a few minutes to jump on here live, and hopefully we'll get something out of it on today. So we'll just give everybody just a few minutes and we will get started. Only going to take 10 to 15 minutes today, as we do each Monday. Last week we was in Honduras and they had all intentions of broadcasting from Honduras, but at that time we was not in the range of any internet, so it didn't work out quite like I wanted to. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the art of listening, the active listening, the art of active listening in leadership. So just 1 minute. Hey, share this with somebody right quick, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. We are on all those at one time. So wherever platform you're on, share it with somebody and tell them to jump on right quick. And also, we know, that these messages will be on our YouTube link and Facebook link, and you can look at them at a later time or pass them along for somebody to, that may improve their day. So just want you to know that, hey, greatness is in you. I say this all the time, right? Greatness is in you, but it's going to take some work to get it out of you. And I'm recouping from last week. I had a great time there in Honduras and a great time there in Atlanta, but I feel good because I got purpose, and purpose will make you feel good. Okay, so let's talk about the art of active listening in leadership. Now, here's a key message. Leaders listen to understand, not just to respond. Leaders listen to understand, not just to respond. A lot of people just listen to respond, but a great leader will listen, okay, to understand, want to understand what's going on. So, why is listening a superpower, okay, in leadership? And it really is. It really is a superpower. Okay. Uh, you can't just listen to reply, because leaders listen, okay, not to reply, but to understand. Now, we're in a world that's full of noise and and chatter. One of the most powerful tools a leader can use is active listening. Active, like you're listening. You're not listening to respond. You're listening to understand. It's not just some soft tool that we talk about. It's really a strategic advantage. Excuse me, that builds trust, enhances communication, and strengthens relationship. This is what happens when you have active listening. So we're going to explore today, and then next 2 weeks. We're going to explore the difference between just hearing and active listening. Then we're going to talk about how listening builds trust and engagement. And then we're going to we're going to do some talk about some practical techniques to enhance your listening skills. Now, I must admit that I have not always been an active listener. I was just like most people. I listen to say something back. I listen to respond. But I want to encourage you. I really want to encourage you to start listening to understand what's being said. Many times I go speaking in places, and especially when I'm speaking in churches, and especially, of course, the African American church, quick to say amen, quick to say something. But sometimes we just need to, I'm not saying you can't say anything, but I'm saying sometimes we just need to listen to understand what's being said, because when we are responding or talking, then we're not hearing what's being said as it's being given to us. So I'd be very, very careful with that. Now, it is, as a speaker, empowerment speaker, motivational speaker, and all that. It is great to hear somebody say yes sometime, or smile during the keynote or the message. But I want to encourage you to be an active listener. Now, today, let's talk about the difference between just hearing and active listening. And I told you a little different years ago, but I like what I've studied of late. Just hearing can be passive, right? It can be passive. It can be like surface level. It can be on the surface level. Often is distracted or preoccupied. It's listening with the intent of replying. It's listening with the intent to reply. And this is just surface level. We want to get to the next level. Okay. So you can start listening that you may, okay, understand. Now, active listening, when you are actively listening, I mean that you are participating, you are tuned in, you're not looking out here and looking there, you're not trying to hear what somebody's saying in a different conversation. You are literally in the moment, as we would say. You're in the moment. When you are in the moment, okay, then it's intentional, and you are intentional and you are focused. Okay, active listening is intentional and focused. You're focused on every word that's coming out of the mouth of the person who's speaking to you, teaching you, or having some type of conversation with you. You're all in. Also, active listening, engage with the speaker's message. You engage with the speaker's message, what's being said. You can kind of, when they're talking, you can see it on the canvas of your imagination, what's being said. That's active listening. Pictures are being formed as you listen, as you get proper understanding. And all you're getting, my favorite book said, get somewhat understanding, right? So we want to understand, because when we understand, then we can take steps, okay, to be great leaders, to be successful, to reach our destiny in life, right? When you active listen, you seek to understand both words and emotions. So you seek to get an understanding of the words that's being said and the emotions behind it. Remember, when we are listening, we're looking too, because 80 to 90% of communication is nonverbal. But you gotta be, and somebody said, well, it's nonverbal, then you're seeing, but you're seeing in a sense of listening what's being said, and you are attentive, you are alert to what's being said, and then how the emotions are coming from that person, right? So you seeking to understand the words and the emotions, because if I said, yeah, it's a good day. But if I said, hey, it's a good day. Now, I know it sounds elementary, but this is so important, because those two things, I said the same thing, but my emotions, okay, put emphasis that said something a little different. That it really is a good day. And if we're not actively listening, we kind of passive listening or hearing, as they would say, then you will miss what's being said. And how many times we miss what's really being said. So it does not help us to the extent what's being said does not help us to the extent that it can help us. And guess what? You want to maximize the moment. You want to maximize what's being said. Very, very important. Maybe you have a team member that share some type of ideal. They share some type of idea. That leader who just hears might nod, then move on. People talking, you like, okay, yeah, then move on. Somebody who's just kind of passive listening, passive hearing, they're not actively listening. But the leader who listens actively asks questions, reflects back on the ideal, right? Explores how it can be of value to them. Now you see that? You're not just nodding and then moving on, but you are actually actively listening. So there may be some follow-up questions to what's being said. Reflection on that ideal, on that that's being said, and then some exploration on how can I add value to me, or how can I add value to my team, or to my family, my company, or my life, whatever it may be. So that's why it's so important to actively listen. And active listening is not about silence. It's about presence. So somebody said, well, you're silent. You're not silent, you present. And many times we think people are not present because they're not talking back to us. But really, sometimes we want people in the moment that they present. I call it leaning in. I tell people sometimes, go ahead and lean in, okay, which means actively listen to what's being said so you can benefit from it. Listen, if I don't listen today, I won't learn. I won't learn. I will not. Doc Rock would not learn anything necessary about me talking. I learn by listening to others speak, listening to podcasts, listening to me read back to myself. You have to listen. And when you listen, great things happen. Okay, but you got to know the difference, and you got to get past just this passive, not in your head. But hey, get in the moment. Okay, lean in, get all you can get, maximize the time that someone is spending with you, whether it's through any kind of type conversation. And trust me, I'm guilty many times. I can have a simple conversation with spouse, children, and I did not actively listen, so I did not understand what they said. And sometimes we're like, yeah, okay, and we didn't hear one word, right? Because we hear with our minds as well. Your mind have to be engaged in the moment in order for you to get something out of it. Some of you are going to be in meetings today, and you may be doodling, okay, while the meeting is going on, and miss a whole lot of things because you're not actively in it. And I'm telling you, great leaders, Google this, all right? Don't just trust me. Go out there and see for yourself. Great leaders, I'm telling you, are active listeners, and they lead with questions. But you cannot lead with a question if you're not an active listener. So I want to really, really encourage you to start being in the moment, understanding what's being said. Hey, get all the things you need, but get some understanding, get some wisdom. All right. Understanding. You must understand what's being said. You must be able to have a picture in your mind and see what's being said. And I tell people all the time, see what's being said. Let it be in your mind. Okay. And when you do that, you're not going to have any bad days. No bad days. You're listening. Okay. Now, I say this before I leave. I listen to people, and I listen to the Most High myself. Okay. To hear what's being said. He that have an ear, let him or her hear. You got to hear. Okay. What's being said. Okay. So go forward. Start listening actively. Be the successful person that you are. Remember, greatness is in you. It's going to take some work to get it out of you. Keep on working. Keep on listening. Next week, we're going to talk about how listening builds trust and engagement. And then we're going to give you some tools for your toolbox, some techniques as well, in order to get this accomplished. All right. So remember, no bad days. All right. Your attitude determines your altitude. Keep going forward. You can have a bad few seconds, bad few minutes, maybe a bad few hours, but never a bad day. You have too many things to do, too many people to see, too many places to go. Hey, too much to accomplish. All right. So keep on smiling, keep on going forward, and no bad days. So here it is. It's Super Sunday. It's Marvelous Monday. It's Terrific Tuesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. It's Triumphant Thursday. It's Fantastic Friday. And it's Successful Saturday. I'm Doc Rock. Hey, you all join me at the top. See you later. Listen, listen, listen.